Germany has made public its plans for how the country would function in the event of a conflict with Russia. Its 67-page blueprint for life during World War II called for the enlistment of young people, the revision of weather forecasts, and the conversion of subway stations into bomb shelters as the nation fortifies its eastern border with NATO. The precise effects that the conflict would have on common men and women are outlined in the Framework Directive for General Defense. Conscription into the country would resume, and anyone might be drafted at any time. Adults over the age of 18 may be required to continue working in certain vocations that include providing necessities, and food supplies may be limited to one hot meal per day in extreme cases. The government also says that bin collection will continue during wartime in order to prevent an outbreak, even if they were to hoard wheat, rye, and oats in covert locations. In extreme circumstances, underground garages and some cellars might even be converted into makeshift bunkers, and forbidden altogether. According to meteorological forecasts, it would presumably aid Putin's forces in organizing an assault. Businesses all around the nation would concentrate on producing defense-related goods, and medical facilities would prepare to handle a high volume of fatalities. The strategy was made public as worries about a full-scale conflict between NATO and Russia grow every week. Just a few days prior, Putin had declared that, upon hearing of the West's increased backing for Ukraine, he would dispatch his fearsome arsenal of long-range missiles to friends throughout Europe. Now, more than 2 years have passed since the start of his battle against Kyiv. The Federal Republic of Germany, one of the most well-known political entities in post-World War II Germany, has never been a sovereign state in the true sense of the word. At the same time, a lot of people worry that the conflict can worsen and endanger peace and security. It is not foolish, as is commonly said, to be concerned about maintaining peace. We ought to appreciate and give careful consideration to the worries expressed by the people. I do, at least. It is my duty as Chancellor to ensure that there will never be a war in Germany for any child born today. For me, this has been my first priority. As usual, we have worked closely with our allies to determine how we will respond to this. Furthermore, we have reaffirmed Ukraine's right to self-defense against assaults on its land, cities, and people. This also holds true for attacks that Russia is carrying out in the area immediately adjacent to the Russian border, such as the one in the Kharkiv region. Ukraine can also employ the armaments that we and our partners have provided it to protect itself against such attacks, as long as it always complies with its legal commitments under international law. Simultaneously, I assert unequivocally that it is appropriate for us to consistently vote in close coordination with our partners and allies prior to making such significant decisions. The activity for today makes a very clear point: a warning to Russia to be wary, a declaration of German dependability and resolve to our allies, especially in this direction, and a message to our German society as well. Our Bundeswehr is steadfastly following the route of alliance and national defense. 5 to 8 years remain. And in 5 to 8 years, when Russian forces have reconstituted themselves to the point that an assault on NATO territory could be feasible, I say might be possible again. Being in the military, I have to be prepared in 5 years, so that's 5 to 8 years. And we are still going forward despite having completed all required tasks. Thus, we have acquired a great deal of material that will be here in our inventories in the upcoming years prior to 2029, enabling us to train, equip, and practice with the forces. NATO, Lithuania, Germany, and the rest of us are prepared. We are able and willing to guard every square inch of NATO territory around the clock, from east to west and north to south. Make contact with the medical rescue squad. German allies will now assist in this operation by transporting the injured to the medical evacuation van.